what's up guys, it's Kate and welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, subscribe and turn on my post notifications because I make new videos every Thursday. If you haven't, I suggest you go watch my 1 month on T video. It's the last video I made before this one. That one goes a little more in depth with myself and what I felt during my 1 month on T, and this is just going to be general tips that I've come across that either I've needed to do or that other people have told me for the future and how to get on T yourself. And like usual, this video is going to be broken up into two parts, and the first being how to get on T and how I did it, and the second part is going to be tips for when you are on T. When I realized I was trans, I knew right away that I needed hormones, so I wanted to go through gender therapy because that was the only way that I knew myself how to do it. And if you're 18 years old, by my knowledge, I don't think you need to see a gender therapist. My friend is on T and he's over 18 and he didn't need to go see one. But I basically talked to my primary doctor, my regular doctor that deals with me when I'm sick, and I was telling him about it because he obviously has to know that I'm trans. So I was telling him about it and how I wanted to start testosterone, and he was giving me all these places that I could check out. So he was really helpful, so I suggest talking to your regular doctor. And then my gender therapist has taken me through all the different steps, and along the way through my transition I did get my name changed, which has nothing really to do with it. But yeah, there is a lot of doctors that can do it. There's some that just know how to do it, and then there's specific ones called endocrinologists. It took me around 2 years to start, not because of any wait lists or anything. I really didn't have to wait that long. It just took me 2 years to start because of family not accepting and all that jazz. But when I called the place that I went to, they actually wanted me to come in the next day for a consultation. But I couldn't do it then, so I did have to schedule it a little later, but I did end up starting testosterone on January 18th. May I remind you, I called them in December. I know in England the wait times are really, really bad because something with their healthcare system, I don't know, but apparently it's a really long wait list there. But I would talk to other people that live there. I don't really know much about it besides the fact that I have a few friends that live there. So if you're in England and you have questions about that, I'm not the person to really go to with that. I live in America and Connecticut, to be very specific. But yeah, I just needed a consultation, and then they gave me a date to start, and then I did. I know some people do their first shots on their own with their endocrinologist, but my endo did mine, and then after that I've done all of my shots on my own. But if you're under the age of 18 and in America, I'm not too sure about England or any other countries, but if you're under the age of 18, I do suggest talking to your doctor and going to a gender therapist, which is probably what they're going to recommend you, and then you could ask your gender therapist for a really good endocrinologist, or maybe even your doctor, who knows. But once you find that endocrinologist, they will give you a consultation date and a start date. If you're under the age of 18, it may take a little longer because they do want to make sure that you actually want to transition since you are an adult, which kind of doesn't make a lot of sense, but it kind of does at the same time because they don't want people that think they're trans and be like, oh, I want to start hormones, and then they start, and then a month later they're like, oh, never mind. And I'm not saying it's you're a bad person if you start hormones and realize it's not for you. That's fine, but you just have to make sure you're really, really sure that you want to do this before you do it, because testosterone is really powerful, and once you start, there's no really going back. And now I'm just going to go into some tips that I have for you guys on after you start T and things that you should do or make sure of. Something that helps me before all my shots is planning out and setting out what I need to do. So I'll set out an alcohol pad, and then my needle, and then the testosterone bottle, and then another alcohol pad, and the other needle that I need to change, and then a Band-Aid. And I also have a little container thing that has all my stuff that I need in it, and a sharps container, and it's just really helpful. It helps me plan them out and not get so nervous about setting mine up or anything. Make sure you always talk to your endocrinologist or your doctor if things feel weird or if you're unsure about things, because they're there for you to ask them, and they're there to help you. If you have any questions, ask them, and especially, again, if things seem abnormal, if you think it shouldn't be happening. Try and alternate where you do your shots every week. So I can do them in either one of my legs, but I'm trying to go from right to left to give my muscles a break, because, if you keep jabbing a needle in the same muscle, it's gonna, not feel so great after a while. So try and alternate your legs, especially if you're intermuscular, because you're going into the muscle. But if you have those spots that you can do, try and alternate which ones you do. It's kind of hard for me to do my left leg since I'm right-handed and I'm kind of just starting T, so I get a little nervous about doing it, but again, just try and alternate it because it can give your muscles a break, and they do need that. So I didn't know this until two of my friends sent me this article, but drink orange juice when you're on T. Apparently testosterone can weaken your immune system, so it is pretty helpful to get some vitamin C. I'm pretty sure that's what orange juice is, but it's pretty good to get that in your system because it can help you out, apparently. I'm going to put the link in the description if I can find it again, But yeah, it'll be there. I don't know. You can read it for yourself, but that's, I don't know. I just saw that and I was like, oh, okay. So now I just have a cute little glass of orange juice with my breakfast every morning. So after you do your shot, massage the area where the shot is. Because when I didn't, I don't know if this is what happens when you don't, but ever since it happened, I got really nervous. But when I didn't, I had like blood just coming out of my shot, and I was like, okay, no thank you. Another thing, which is another tip that I have, but another thing that might have caused my leg to bleed so much is me just sliding the needle into my leg instead of kind of like jabbing it in a way. Try and go faster. You don't want to just go like super duper slow, because like pretty sure that's kind of painful. And also, I don't know if that's what made me bleed, but after that shot, I didn't massage it and I went in really slow. It started bleeding all over the place, so it had to be either one of those or a mix of the two. If you're nervous about doing your shot, have somebody count down for you. I've had somebody count down for me for all of my shots, and it's really helped me. Some of my shots I can get super duper nervous about, some of them I'm just like, oh yeah, this is nothing. But the ones that I get nervous about, it's really helpful to have somebody there. And even the ones that I'm not nervous about, it is helpful to have somebody count down, because it's kind of like a force for you to do it and actually like act it out and just get it done. And before you do your shots, make sure you wash your hands. I'm gonna have a video on how to do your shots once I'm able to do them in like a short amount of time, because right now I'm bouncing back between doing them in like a minute and then doing them in like 20. So once I'm able to get them down to a shortened time, I will make a video on how to do your shot and me doing mine. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope this was helpful to somebody, or you might have just learned something new today. But I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you next time. Peace.